It's always something, dog. It's always something. So I was like, cool, hit the music, right? You and I heard it. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. So hit the music. We heard it. Look up at the little monitor, and I have it muted for everybody. So everybody only got to hear like the first like or the last like 10 seconds. So what's up, everybody? Here we are, the after show but later, episode number 331. It's your boys D and Luis Cortez Jr. We are here for a St. Patrick's night miracle, right? And what do I mean by that? The WBC is on right now, and the United States is gonna win. So I mean, I don't know what else you could want on your St. Patrick's Day. Luis came all themed out. I thought I was coming themed out because I had my little bandana. I was like, it's green, it's St. Patty's Day, and then I look at you, you look like a fucking leprechaun.
And I got my green beer, dog.
And the green beer, the hat, the shirt. I'm embarrassed now, dog. I'm embarrassed that you bring the vibe so hard every time, and I'm over here. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, but you know what? It was funny because today, or actually yesterday at work, everybody was like, "Oh, you're gonna wear green. You're gonna wear green," telling everybody because I work with a gang of females and shit, right? And that's how they are. You work with a bunch of mechanics and shit. I doubt they were all like, "Hey, Vato, you gonna wear green tomorrow?" You know? But they were all like, "Dog," I was like, "I don't think I own anything green besides like a cheer jersey." You know, like I don't have like a green shirt or green. I mean, besides the bandana, I don't have any. I don't own anything green. So this is the best I could do. But I feel. Did you own that, or did you go and grab it for your festivities?
Nah, so like I said, what's up, everybody? Happy Martes, happy St. Patrick's Day out there. I've always been one of the themes, you know. I think
I
I
know.
like the dressing up. Even like before this, just like at work today, I wear these little sparkly necklaces and shit. Like I just it brings the vibe together, you know what I mean? I like I love Halloween, so I like dressing up. So that's part of it. I had this shirt, I've had this little necklace. I bought the bigger one, and then the hat is what I ordered in. But like I even before like on my rocker days, like I have like a Freddy Krueger. It's black shirt with a green Freddy Krueger in it. So that was like my usually my go-to like St. Patrick's Day still rocker kind of Halloween theme shit. But no man, I mean I've had it and like it's part of the theme, bro. I did go get food dye though, because I'm like might as well drink a beer and might as well make it green. So that I was at the store and like, you know, get a food dye there. Just try to wrap it all up, you know what I mean? Got a little Lucky Charms right here, bro, you know what I mean? Trying to
I
get
like it.
that moolah right here. So
We got to give you the one shot for that one because man, that just everybody has to appreciate this right here. That is that you know what, dog? You know one of the things that I'm gonna actually say is that I love that we've been without a background on Cavino and Rich for a year now, and
is that how long it's been?
it's been a year. It's been a
Fuck.
year. But I'm glad that Spot kind of put up the green screen as kind of like a joke or whatever, because I've liked Double M is here. She said she's been missing, but Double M, what up, homie? We're so
Thanks for
glad to
joining
see you
us.
here. You know, Luis always comes with the theme, and I tried my best, but they've incorporated that into even like I was watching Overpromised, and they have the backgrounds to kind of match their theme or whatever. Um, and they even said they're going to build it into their new set where they actually have a background. They're actually going to build a green screen into it. So I was like, dog, like when I see you and all of your themes, I'm like, should I go back to a green screen, dog? I had hundreds of episodes with the green screen, and I was like, no, I want like a tangible background that I could touch. And now that I see you with your fun and Cavino and Rich with their fun, I'm like, man, I kind of want to go back. Um, I have green on, and it says kind of a big deal. Well, you are. Right, you always make time to come and see us when you can, unless work gets in the way, which work does get in the way of some people. But we have a lot planned for today. I know, Luis, thank you as always, sending me some stuff and some other things that just were on either things that Cavino and Rich talked about or that were inspired by the Cavino and Rich show. So we have a lot of things. Real quick, one thing I want to do is give a shout out to uh hold on, is give a quick shout out, and this really, I mean, isn't needed, but I just want to give a quick shout out to Kelvin Gastelum, who is a UFC fighter. and he's from here, from my hometown. And Doug, this dude, he could have done, just left, went and made his money and just said the hell with the city, right? Never came back, whatever. And this dude, he started a fight league here where he puts on events, and they've hosted their 8th one this last weekend. And it's so cool, man, to bring it to the community where we don't have a whole lot to do here. We're not Vegas like Luis, we don't have things going on like that all the time. I can't go to the Apex and watch UFC fights. So for him to bring fights locally, and he's always a cool dude, always kind of bullshitting with everybody, never gotten too big for his britches, just always down to earth. And the fact that you can see it growing every time they put on an event, it is just better production. It's like the ring announcers get better, the just the graphics, everything, the lights, the cameras, the action, everything. And it's just so cool, man, to see it growing and seeing that somebody that left and actually became successful and able to give back to the community actually does. So shout out to Kelvin Gastelum for that, because it made for a good, fun night. Even though I only got to catch a little bit of it, I ended up working on Saturday because we had a deadline, and I got to catch the last 3 fights, dog. One of them, a dude got knocked out in the first 10 seconds. The other one, the main event, the dude broke his arm in the first 15 seconds. Oh, and so I was like, all right, that was a good 45 minutes for me, just for the 3 fights that I saw, because one of them went the distance. But I was like, all right, but it was so cool, man, to see. So I just wanted to thank him. I think it's super cool for him to not forget about where he comes from. Like, he brought Randy Couture this time and, had a meet and greet. He's brought, there's another dude named Jose Delgado that's fighting in the UFC. And he brought him back last time. And just, it's so cool to have him bringing people. Brought Uriah Hall one time. So it's so cool to have these like UFC veterans and stuff coming, and he doesn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate it. But I wanted to get into some of the things that you sent me, and where do you want to get started?
Just really on the recap from the weekend, just the hockey picture, if you got it, bro. And
For
just,
sure.
it was my birthday. I know everyone appreciate the shout outs and all the Facebook shit and whatever, and future dues, whatever. So I mean, I used to not really give a shit about my birthday. I love the attention, but I don't. But it's like, I'm like Cavino. I heard him talk about it the other day. Like, fuck, man. Like, I just turned 37, bro. Like, I'm getting closer to 40. So, like, before it was cool to brag
You don't got to
about.
tell me, dog. You don't got to tell me.
And now I'm just like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? But I am very, I've had to change some mental stuff and just doing better all around. And, I'm grateful to be here another year. I'm grateful to have my parents for another year. Just look at the positive. So I was able to just spend some good quality time with my family. There's a good pizza spot right here I always go to. It's called Pizza Rock. I go there every fucking time I can celebrate, bro. Whatever.
Really?
We're going to Pizza Rock. Like, we got promoted. Oh, I'm going to Pizza Rock. But definitely go there for my birthday. So I went there, got a big old pizza out with my family, and then there's like a new arcade with the claw things. I think that's like a big thing now for kids. So we went there with my niece. There's a bar in there, so we had a good time just playing air hockey and just shooting the ball and teasing each other. And then my brother and her went home, and then me and my folks hung around at the casino, gambled a little bit, drank for free, and we make a little bit of money. So luck of the Irish.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then
for sure.
that was all Friday. Did the cake thing, and then Saturday I wanted to kind of do something. And I used to go to Chris Angel like every year too, bro. I love magic, and so not Chris A now, Chris Angel. And so I've seen like every show, and I'm like, oh, fuck, maybe do something else. I don't want to take my family there. I don't know how like exciting it'll be. I'm like, what about a hockey game? Like, so I was able to buy tickets for everyone. Went down there, had a great time, bro, and we won 4-0. I know Wes, who kind of listens all the time. He used to be a season ticket holder. If you've never been to a hockey game in Vegas, this is the desert, right? But we do have a hockey team. We have a hockey culture, and it's huge, bro. And Vegas is Vegas. So, I mean, there's a whole pregame outside that they have music. The band comes out. They have confetti, and then they open the gates. And then even before the game starts, they do like a 20-minute intro with like stuff on the. I don't want to burn it for everybody, but it's a whole like theatrical thing before the game starts, and then it's just like a fun old time, dude. And the picture I got, obviously there's cheerleaders and the mascot that run around the whole stadium.
Just real quick, I just got to say about the picture. So in the picture, I had to crop it, but Luis is a couple of stairs down from the cheerleader. So she's not 8 feet tall and he's not 2 feet tall. So just disclaimer, it's the way they're angled. Okay. So just.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm a leprechaun today, but I wasn't in the picture. But the girls are there and the mascot for the people, mainly for the kids and the girls. They kind of come up to them and take pictures and then let them grab their pom poms and cheer here and there. But there was like a line of little kids there, and I whispered. They had like a little manager, I guess, that makes sure that nobody's like harassing them. So I'm like, hey, yo, can I get a picture? And he's like, yeah, but you got to wait till the kids are done. I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's cool. So as soon as it was over, I jumped in there and I took a picture and threw the rock horns up to rock on and stuff. And so it was a good time, man. Just kind of birthday recap on that. And thanks for everyone again. And just grateful to be around the sun for another year. And so that was the picture I had there of me and just hanging out, having a good old time. And man, cocktails are fucking expensive, bro. $36 for a double Tito's and cranberry. I'm like, bro,
Oh,
I could buy a handle 2 drinks in, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it was all good. My brother was sponsoring me for my birthday, but still, I kind
Dang.
of felt bad about it. But great time, man. Thank you for everyone. Thanks for my family, and just
It
happy to be
was,
here for another year.
and you know what I love about this picture is, oh yeah, and this picture, dog. We look weird because of the green, and it messed up for this one picture, but it'll only be a second. But in this picture, dog, you look so genuinely happy that I love it. It looks like you're just like rock on, like it's dope. Like it looks like a really good time. So I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I'm glad that you got to enjoy your birthday, and it was just really cool, man. So happy birthday again. If you guys missed it, Luis had a birthday, and we're getting older, so we don't have to say ages, right? We just have to say we're grown. Another year grown, right? A job, right? Health. And
Yep.
just blessings. I was telling my friend the other day, my friend Luis, my not my co-host, but my other homie. I was
The
telling him,
OG.
I was like, dog, I was like, because I had sat down to watch something, and I rarely get to do that. So I was like, you know what? There's been a few UFC fights that I missed, so I was like, you know what? I want to go ahead and catch that. So I watched a couple, and I was talking to my buddy over little voice messages. And I was like, dog, I'm beat and I haven't gotten a chance to like sit and watch something in a minute. And I was like, but I'm not even complaining because I'm just blessed in so many ways, So a lot of times it may feel like Kavino and Rich say, we're not complaining, we're just explaining, right? So you might be like, man, I'm tired, or I'm this, or I'm that, or just trying to fit everything into your schedule. Sometimes as an adult, you're just like, damn, is this how my parents felt? Were they always tired? No wonder they were always moody, right? But it's just, you have so many blessings that you can't really complain, because if you did, you would just be ungrateful, So anyway, happy birthday again. Thought it was awesome. And we have a few more things we need to get to. One of the big things that I feel like you're really well versed in, I have some experience on, is new metal. Did you hear that conversation?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious how Rich, like, I swear sometimes he just like chalks it up, like makes it extra for the show, but sometimes I think it just fucking goes over his head. But the fact that he didn't know, and I don't know, maybe you didn't know either, like new metal is the NU kind of shit. Well, I thought it was hilarious. I thought he was faking it at first. But then when he kind of really confessed it, I'm like, no shit. Camino was kind
Yeah.
of like, are you serious, dude? But
No,
even
I
today, when there
was
was the cricket sound, it was the same shit today. I was like, this was serious. But yeah, bro, I mean, it's all right up my alley, and I definitely caught that.
I was a huge fan of new metal, and some of the bands that, if you're not really familiar with new metal, or kind of like Rich, and you weren't familiar with the term or whatever, it was kind of that, similar to like what they play, I guess, like on Turbo, right? So like
Hmm.
Slipknot, Korn, System of a Down, Disturbed, even Limp Bizkit, things like that are considered new metal. So that was, I think, especially you and I are very similar in age. I think that was when we were growing up, right? We were in like middle school, and that was like the music that was popping. I actually have a quick story about, let me see if I can find it over here. Where is the screen? I can't even find the screen right here. Um,
Thank you,
all right, here.
Lisa.
So I have Corn Issues up on the screen right now, and I left a comment on the Cavino, or not the Cavino and Rich, the SiriusXM Turbo Powerline. If you guys need to see that, it's right here. Powerline, SiriusXM.com/Powerline to leave your message, and it's real easy. Go there, hit record, you hit submit, and you can leave your message. For me, the message that I left, it was regarding Korn. So it was so cool, man. There was this kid. I never forget when this album came out, Issues. We were in like fifth or sixth grade. And I remember, dog, that there was this kid named Gustavo, right? Dude knew no fucking English, right? And my Spanish is as bad as his English, right? So one day, dog, we were on a field trip. Couldn't tell you where we were going or come. Actually, we were on our way back from somewhere. And I remember I was just like, dog, like I am now, right? Like even at the like Covino and Rich conventions and stuff, I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm Daniel. Hey, how's it going? Right? And I remember, dog, walking up to Gustavo. I was like, hey, Gustavo. I was like, what are you listening to? And he popped open his CD player, dog, the ones that would skip all kinds if you didn't hold it just right. He popped it open and I saw the Issue CD right there. And I was like, oh, Gustavo. I was like, ¿te gusta Korn? You know? And he was like, see. And then he was like, he's pulled out his little thing of CDs, right? And he had like the other Korn CD. He had System of a Down. He had some, right? And I was like, oh, damn. I was like, I found out that Gustavo didn't know any English, but he fucked with Korn and nu metal. We kind of bonded over that, and it was cool, man, because after that, you know, we kind of talked a little bit in my broken Spanish, his broken English, and we kind of were like, yeah, man, they you know, we dig them. And it was just cool because after that, it was like, even in school, I would see him and we'd kind of bullshit. And like, if we knew a new album came out, I'd be like, hey, Gustavo, you know, did you hear, what was it, like Mesmerize or whatever the System of a Down was at the time or whatever, right? And he'd be like, oh, sí, yeah, me gusta. I was like, yeah. And so it was so cool, man, that music, like people say like the Bad Bunny shit, right? They're like, oh, I couldn't understand it or whatever. But I'm like, dog, music, it even brings people together that don't even speak the same language. So I thought it was so cool. I gave a 15-second version of that story on the Covino power line. So if you guys want to leave a message and be heard on SiriusXM Turbo, Saturday nights, Covino, he's encouraging everybody. So he said, if you already left a message, like I know Lisa has, like I know Luis has, leave another one. He said, I don't care. Have your kids leave a message. So I might even have my daughter be like, I want to hear Orgy. What was the song that Orgy had? It was Sweet Dream. No, not Sweet Dreams. That was Marilyn Manson. They had Blue Monday, I think.
I think so. I think that's what they played on the show.
So, but anyway, so I might have my daughter call in and leave a little voice message or whatever. But yeah, you guys go ahead and leave Covino a message on the power line. SiriusXM.com/powerline. Leave a little message up to 50 seconds. All you do is you hit the button. You say your little message like, hey, Covino, play some Disturbed, right? It's been a while. Wait, did they sing It's Been a While? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, damn, I started confusing my bands. But, you know, hey, Covino, this is double, you know, a double M over here, you know, on YouTube. Hit up the line or whatever, play some Disturbed, rock on. And then you hit send, and all of a sudden it goes to him. So I thought it was super cool, man. Covino's always doing so much for us, so I always want to shout him out whenever I can. But some of the other bands that I had right here, Doug, besides Korn, some of the more notable ones, Slipknot, which I know you're a huge fan of. And as somebody who doesn't mind Slipknot, but isn't a big, they're not in my rotation, what are like 3 songs that I should probably check out that I could put into my rotation of nu metal?
You know, it's funny because just elaborate on nu metal and stuff like that and how music, I think it transcends languages and barriers and cultures and all that shit. So, I mean, that was always my music. When I used to live up north, it was like a lot of Mexican guys too who didn't know English, didn't speak English.
Yeah.
And I always, you know, when we worked, we had like a boombox and they listened to their shit. And then like, I let them do that like almost every day. And then I'd be like, hey, on Friday or like on Saturday, one of these days, like it's my turn to play whatever. And I'd have like music and rock in Espanol and like, you know, I switch it up like Hombres G and stuff like that, Nanitos Verdes, just to like get more rock, but at least Spanish so they can kind of get down. And then every once in a while I would be like, I would switch it over and put like Slipknot, and they would be like, ¿qué es eso? Parece como, he's like, parece como, they used to call it grita puercos, you know, like when pigs are dying or they're squealing.
Yeah.
So that's what they used to call it. Like, we don't want to hear your grita puerco stuff. And they'd be like, it's satánico. But anyway, that was a story on my Brown Brothers. But Psychosocial's big, Spit It Out, Spit. There's also a couple of slow ones. So, I mean, if you ever heard Corey Taylor, he has multiple bands and stuff too. So Slipknot has a couple of like ballads and stuff that are mixed in there too. So I mean, they're really they have slow stuff, they have really hard stuff, and then even some of the hard stuff I like, and it's more like if you're gonna, it's like a pump up stuff. Like in the morning, you're going to the gym. You know what I mean? That's funny because I listen to that like to wake up. People would be like, "Are you
I
listening to that to wake up, bro?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, why not?" And shit,
no,
like get the day going.
I've said before I have let the bodies hit the floor as my alarm. Alexa will play it in the mornings, you know.
Get
But
going, though.
no, does Avenged Sevenfold kind of fit in that same era? I think it does, right?
They're a little bit newer, but I would say that they're definitely on Turbo. I don't know how many people would classify new metal, but they're definitely more of a rock band. And I just want to reiterate what you were saying. It's just SiriusXM powerline. Go in there. It's super easy. Like if you're gonna send somebody a voice message, like on Snapchat and or like a record message, it's super easy. Lisa said she'd heard me. I don't know if you ever heard the whole show, Daniel. If you tune in, like I listen to that religiously, so I'll tune in on Saturdays just to listen to
Mm,
Cavino. But they do play like little skits sometimes. And so I try to like play into it. Like there was one where Trevino was like, "Oh, you can hear like a fake door knocking,"
yeah.
and they're like, "Hey, who's at the door? Like, let them in." So I was like, "Hey, it's me, Luis, bro. I got the chicks in the beer, dog. Let me in. We all listen to Slipknot. Just trying to like just play it up." And I try to send like two a week, different ones, just to obviously play our part. And then it's always cool to hear yourself on the radio, bro. I mean, it sounds lame when you just play it on your phone, but definitely when you send it in and you hear with the music and all that, and they're obviously cutting it, editing it
Yeah.
however they want. But yeah, definitely support them. But um, Disturb was one of them. I know you were talking about new metal. Deftones is up there. I mean, there's a lot. They do have those guys
I,
went to the top 10.
I think Doug probably I don't know why my go-to is always like Korn, but I don't know if it's because they were one of the first ones. Oh yeah, let me find my screens. They were one of the first ones that I really got into. But if I had to say one of my favorite, I think I lean more towards System of a Down. Dog, I fuck with System of a Down so much. And just dog, have you seen that meme where it says 1,000% chance this guy cries when angels fall or some
Yeah,
shit or
yeah,
tear or whatever
yeah.
the fuck,
He
dog.
has a beard.
Oh yeah, it's just from the beard that you have to identify him. But dog,
It's like
I
Surge.
love System of a Down. My buddy Luis actually introduced me to System of a Down back in the day, and dog, I just man, when I discovered them, and it was funny because it was probably around the same time I started listening to like Metallica, who's gonna be at the Sphere, and a lot of rock like that. I would say on my own before that, the rock and shit that I listened to was like Led Zeppelin, was or even Doug, like I wouldn't even more poppy rock like Beatles, Wings, shit like that. But my buddy definitely introduced me to a lot of the new metal bands and a lot of the shit, a lot of the classic shit like Metallica and things like that. So I thought it was a
Bro,
good conversation, dog. I just couldn't believe that Rich had never heard that before. And the fact that he was just like new metal, I never, dog. I even when Cavino was saying new metal, I even knew the way it was spelled with the NU because you would
yeah.
see that shit everywhere. I feel like when we were growing up, you would see it everywhere. So it wasn't even like I think Rich started searching like new metal like NEW and was like, oh yeah, you have to search NU, and I'm like, yeah, no shit, motherfucker. You thought it was just he was saying new metal, like I don't know, Doug.
Hey, Keebler, thanks for joining us. We got Sons of Anarchy, Daniel, and Leprechaun Luis today, bro. So he says, "Oh shit, it's a lot's been happening since I've been gone." Thanks for
Since
joining us,
I was
bro.
in sabbatical. Oh yeah, what up, Keebler? I'm glad to have you here live. I know that we don't have you live a lot, but it's so funny, dog, because every time Keebler does listen, dog, he'll do like a marathon, especially since the episodes are back on Spotify, right? I've been uploading the episodes on Spotify. So this dude will go through and like marathon listen. But the funniest thing is he'll send me a message, dog, randomly, like from episode like 10 episodes ago. He'll be like, dog, Luis was right. And I'm like, the fuck does that mean, Keebler? And he'll be like, you guys were talking about A, B, and C. I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to know that from, hey, Luis was right? I'm like, but anyway, we always appreciate you listening, even with the random text. You always make it interesting. So appreciate you being here live. Lisa
You need to
says she
make it
heard you
to
on the
six.
power line.
Oh yeah, yeah, no shit. And like I said, I send them all the time. And there's like a thing if you want to leave your number and your email, they'll let you know like if they're gonna use it. Obviously, you can hear yourself, whatever. I think Covino most of the time he has some kind of say on what as it happen. He'll text me like, "Hey, fool, if you want to listen," he'll give me like the exact time, like, if you want to listen to yourself like at this time after this
That's
song and
funny.
shit.
Yeah.
And like just I'm like, hey, fool, like I listened to it anyway, but appreciate the shout out. But bro, you gotta make it to Sick New World, fool. It's here. It's around. I just received my wristbands in the mail, so me and my buddy are going. It's April 25th, I think. System's a headliner, dude. And if you've never been to a System of a Down, bro, a show, I mean, it's fucking the energy, bro. And then like, I got VIP and we're in the pit and shit. I mean, it gets fucking
Dog,
crazy, dude. I love it. I mean, I don't get in the mix anymore because it's kind of too much. I'll stand close enough to like soak it in, but I'm not in the mosh anymore. For I'm too old fashioned.
Keebler says, I've done the power line, haven't been informed. Did you put your number? Because I opted out to not so they wouldn't let me know, because I'm like, I'll hear it regardless. But maybe you didn't do that. Maybe you didn't hit let me know, because there is an option once you hit submit. It's like, do you want us to let you know when it airs? And then they give you an option for your phone number. So if you do want to be notified, make sure you put in your phone number.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things you might get spam and shit. So I didn't check it either. Just text me on the side. But it does
like
say
that.
But it does say right there, like when you like this was said, once you submit it, it says if you want to receive SMS, click the box, or not give you the email, whatever, so you can get. I haven't received those because I didn't offer that. I got the VIP. I got the plug.
We have. I know there's a little game that you wanted to play, and it has to do with rooms. And I'm going to go ahead and preface this by saying I took a look at the rooms, and it's I think Keebler might enjoy this. I don't know about the other people in the chat if they'll be as fond of this game, but I have to admit, I chose my room because I didn't know most of the people in the other room. So you're going to have to help me out. Do you know all of them or no?
No, okay. Now I was about to say a disclaimer. I just saw it online. I know we're trying to share stuff to make sure to get some feedback here. And it reminded me of the toast thing, but this is obviously not toast. So I know most of the chicks. I don't know them by name either, but I went with you too. I'm like, I know this chick, or I'm not gonna burn it. But I was going down that lane. Like, this is wow. This is the room I want to walk into. And who knows what we're doing in this room? We could be making cake.
Right.
We could be playing with Lego. We can be building a puzzle.
Slapping cakes. You never know.
To each your own, provolone.
So right here, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up right now. We have which room everybody can participate in this game, because like Louis said, you don't know what you're going to be doing in this room. But we have room number 1. I'll tell you who I can recognize out of this one is number 2 is Emma Watson, right? In room 1, the second chick, the middle chick. Is it?
For queue up.
Oh, my bad.
You're good.
But I
don't want. Go ahead.
Lisa goes, I know what you're doing, creeps. So she's like, you ain't building Legos, cochinos. But room 1. Okay, if it's coming up, room 1, room 2. There's Alexandra Daddario, Sydney Sweeney. Number 3 is some chick I don't know, but she looks like some piece of trash. No, I mean, I shouldn't have said that. Forgive me. Room 3, I don't know who number 1 is. Is that like Ana de Armas or something?
No, it's Catwoman or Hathaway, isn't it?
No, that's room 4. Isn't?
Oh, say number 3. Oh, no. Number 3, I just know the middle chick. It's the Wednesday girl.
Yeah, Jenna Ortega.
Mm-hmm.
But number 3, room 1, or room 3, the first girl, she's bad. I don't know who that is, but she's bad. So, and then we have room 4 with, it looks like Anne Hathaway, some chick I don't know, and some other chick I don't know.
That's Millie Bobby Brown. That's Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown's the bottom one?
On room 4, third one?
Yeah, she looks like a dude, dog. She doesn't even really look like herself right there.
I think it's just a picture. And
then room 5. I can't even tell who that is in the top.
The superhero girl, Black Widow.
You're gonna have to tell
Marvel. Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, is that Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
Oh, dog.
At least I think
this was so much easier before I knew some of the people. Because I initially, I'll tell you my thoughts. Initially, I was like, room 2, Dario, Sweeney, call it a day. But now, I mean, ScarJo and then that middle chick, I don't know who that is, but the third one.
Isn't she a Disney? Wasn't she a Disney girl?
I don't know, dog. But the last one on room 5, she looks like a little kid, dog. She looks like she could be kicking it with my daughter. So
Yeah, she looks like
she,
the B Team Olsen
dog,
girl.
she could babysit my kid while I hang out with the other two. But and then, dog, in room 3, the first 2 are bad. The third one looks like Elle Fanning or Dakota Fanning or one of them. That again, that don't do it for me, dog. She looks like a little kid too. But she could go play with Legos while I entertain Jenna Ortega and the other chick on top. But I think I might have to go with my original thought here, dog. I think I'm gonna go room 2. Even though ScarJo's making it kind of hard for me, but I'm gonna go room 2. Let us know in the chat which room would you want to hang out with.
I'm with Keebler. I think I go 5. You get like a little bit other than the third one. It's like, you just can't have it all, bro. You know what I mean? So you can't have all 10s. You know what I mean? So you gotta it's an average. You know what I mean? So I'll go with the 5 too. Yeah.
I feel like I wish I had a little more context on the chick under ScarJo, cause yeah, but I don't know, dog. Room 3. I mean, Jenna Ortega. She kind of reminds me of that phase that Selena Gomez was in for a minute, where she was like, she kind of had toddler face, even though she was hot. You were like, she looks young, even though she's like, probably mid-20s by now, whatever. But I mean, she's still bad. And then the chick on top, if that's Ana de Armas or whoever that is, she's super bad. I'm gonna go 2, dog. I'm gonna go with the ones you know what? I'm gonna lock this in.
Is that your final answer?
Room number 2 for me. We got room number 5 for Keebler and for Luis, right?
I like Lisa. You always need one participant to get the drinks. Like, hey, go get some drinks for me and your friends. We'll be here when you get back.
Right? And I feel like, Doug, for some reason, I feel like they put all the young-looking chicks like on the bottom row. Like that, the chick.
They had to throw in like a little fellita in there.
Doug, the chick in the middle on the bottom, I think she's one of the Fanning sisters. Doug, she looks like she still has braces. Like, come on now, come on, we gotta up this a little bit, Doug.
I should have done better research.
It's okay. It's okay. It makes it fun because I feel like if we just had names, we would be like A, B, and C. But this makes it a little more where we have to kind of, all right, based on a couple of the people we know and some of the pictures. I'm going room 2, dog. I'm going room 2. So I got Sydney Sweeney, Alexandra, and Daddario, dog. I was in love with this chick when she came out on, was it Hall Pass that she made her big debut on? I thought she was it when that movie came out. And then Sydney Sweeney is kind of like the current like bad chick. So I'm gonna go. But dog, room number 3. I keep coming back to room number 3, dog. You know what? I'll be in room number 2. But I might open the door in room number 3 and peek in every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? See what's doing over there. Bro, have you heard they're trying to make a Brokeback 2 with Sydney Sweeney and Ana de Armas? Shut a Brokeback Mountain 2?
Bro, that would be nuts.
A Brokeback Mountain 2? Doug, I don't know.
That reminds me. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I haven't watched the whole thing. I only saw part of it. But that movie Housemaid with freaking Sydney Sweeney, dog, she is like Euphoria all over again on this Housemaid movie. So if they put her in a Brokeback Mountain type of movie with freaking Ana de Armas, dog, that's going to have to get like a MA-17 rating or whatever.
Dude, I somehow managed to watch that movie with my mom. Like, I don't think we knew what was going on. Worse, a Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Like it was just like on TV or something like one day, and like I have a hack stick, and this was a long time ago, but like I think she was like just watching something, and she like because it doesn't start off crazy, start off with like cowboys, you know what I mean, and it gets all crazy, and it was a good movie, but like that shit was awkward. When I think I told you, my mom's really open with me as we were growing up with like
everything
X-rated stuff and shit. Remember I told you she showed us how to like wear condoms and all that because she was trying to accept. So it wasn't weird because of that, but it was just like. Bro, it was like watching a softcore gay porn with my mom and shit. And even she was like, ay, Dios mío, like, está pasando? And I'm like, Mom, they love each other. Like, this is what happens, right? And I'm like, it just happens to be that they both
You had to give your mom the talk, right? But for gay people?
I'm like, it's the same shit that we're watching the guy and a girl, but they're doing it their own way and shit.
Pero es normal, mijo.
Es que la historia está tan bonita, you know. What would God say and whatever? I'm like, oh my! All of a sudden, like it's a good love story, but you're like shame because it's two guys funny. And shit. If it was a girl, she would have been all like, oh, story, you know what I mean? But all of a
Yeah.
sudden, because those two vatos like let him fly in church.
I've never seen it, dog. So I and not
Don't watch
because
it.
I was like against it. It just never crossed my path. You know what I'm saying? So
Yo, quick
oh,
update, man.
NC-17, that's what it was called. Keebler was saying NC. I said MA-17, but weren't
Oh
they
yeah,
both like type of thing, something like that?
or TV mature or something. MA
I don't know. Where were we at with
rated
the?
R, no fool. Nothing but hey, side update real
Oh, there
quick,
we
man.
go.
USA not doing so good right now. We're down 2-0, going into
2-0.
six,
Ah,
going
come
into
on.
sixth inning.
Come on, USA. But yeah, man, we have I was kind of in the same I guess mindset as you, but yours went a little raunchier, I guess, with the room you're gonna be in. But I had, dog, one of the things I was thinking was, what was it right here? Dog, I was gonna have bacon. How do you want your bacon cooked, dog? Because I pulled this up, Doug, and I was trying to create the little pictures last night, and my daughter was like, number five. I gotta go number 5. Let us know in the chat what you would do because, dog, I don't know. Sometimes I like my bacon extra crispy, dog. I want to bite it in and have it just crack open like a potato chip. But it kind of depends though, dog. Because if I'm gonna throw it with some eggs, right? If I'm gonna have some huevos going, tocino or whatever, I might want it number 5. But I don't know, Doug. I feel like it kind of depends on what you're in the mood for. But for the most part, what are you going 1 through 5, Luis? Let's go ahead and
I
see.
think 4, bro, because like I get it. I've had it. My dad, that food's brown. That food is everything burnt food. Steaks, carne asada, like it needs to have charcoal on it. So I've always had it that way, and now I'm kind of used to that. But not bacon food. I think I gotta go with a 4 on that one.
A 4, so not even 5. I thought 5 was a little bit okay. Because then if you go number 3, you start to get a little wiggly, right? It doesn't even stand up on its own when you hold it. It just falls, right?
You got a nasty story on that. I went to Mongolia for work for 2 weeks, and they were giving us their food. They
Yeah.
were boiling bacon for us for breakfast.
For
Have
real?
you ever had boiled bacon?
No.
It's not good. It was good, man. And I'm not gonna hate because that's what they do and shit, but
Yeah.
it was
Boiled bacon.
bro, it was like rubbery. And we went twice. The first time we didn't know what we were getting into, so we had to like I swear all of us food came back like skinnier, bro, because we weren't eating shit because like we didn't want to eat it. We ate like just enough to survive. When we went back the second time, bro, everyone had like beef jerk, like shit we can take beef jerky and shit like that just to like live off our own shit because that's just their culture and like we were we literally had to fly into this place and they have their own airstrip. So it wasn't like you're gonna walk down the street to go to the store. Like everything was on this mine site and there was just what they had there. So we were limited. So yeah, if you ever had boiled bacon, then
You know where
what
I
I'm
was
talking about.
thinking? It's not boiled, but sometimes they'll put bacon in like soups, and I feel like it gets kind of soggy, like it's boiled anyway. So maybe it was like that, but was it just the bacon by itself, or what did they give you guys?
No, they gave us eggs and like toast, and then they had like oatmeals and
But that's
stuff.
how they
And
would cook it, or what?
yeah, that's just how they would cook it.
That's
And give us
crazy.
like lamb and like even their beer was weird and stuff.
Doug, a lot of people are agreeing with you. We have number 4, number 5.
There we go.
Floppy bacon is icky, says Lisa.
Yeah, it's not good.
And then Andrew's over here talking about how the USA team is doing right now, and we're not doing well. So, come on, it's USA versus Venezuela. We have to have a little bit of we got to win this one, dog. They got to come back. Put some money right now if you're a gambling man on USA because I believe in the good in America, dog. What is it? These colors don't run, right? Unless we have to, right? And it's the WBC. But yeah, man, let me see.
That reminds me, just a little. Did you see Mickey Mouse today with his tan? Rich Davis?
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious, bro.
If you
like,
guys,
I get it, but go ahead. Give us
I
the
was just gonna
backstory.
say, if you guys missed the show today, Rich showed up with a sleeveless shirt because he had just put on some tanner. So if he was sleeved up like Luis, he wouldn't need to. But yeah, dude was glowing, so he needed to put on some tanner to. He's about to go on vacation and wanted to make sure that his skin kind of evened out.
I mean, what do you think, fool? Would you rock a fake tan or what?
I would. You know what? I'm not saying like I mean, nobody wants to see my fat ass regardless of like, all right. But if I was rich, I wouldn't be opposed to throwing on some kind of tanner or whatever. I mean, whatever, dog. I mean, what's more offensive, right? Having a tan that people just kind of think is you natural, or you come in here glowing and shit, dog. Like that with the farmer's tan. I mean, at that, because Rich said from his like elbow down, he's like pretty tan. Then elbow up, he was white as hell. And if he's gonna be shirtless, dog, he's just gonna be there glowing like Casper with some dark arms. You know what? I mean, I would love to hate on Rich, but I mean, come on. I mean, whatever. I could see why he'd do it, you know?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, thankfully I'm naturally caramel color, thank God given and shit, and I tan well. But I mean, I guess I mean, I guess there's a thing for it. I thought it was funny how he kept trying to find a reason to do it, and Kavino was like, "Bro, you just want to do it. Like, quit making excuses." And like, no, he supported. I get it, but he was trying to make up a reason why to like, bro, if you want to look like a certain way when you go on vacation, you want to look good, feel good, go ahead. You know
But
what's funny? Imagine he goes in the ocean, that shit washes off, and it'd be hilarious. Like you're back
that
to
would be
fucking
funny.
farmers. I
That
don't
would
think it
be
washes
funny.
off, but that'd be hilarious.
No, but you know what, dog? Again, with the needing a reason and excuses and all that. Today on Fox Sports Radio, I don't know if you got to hear it, but
No, I didn't catch it.
So on Fox Sports Radio today, what bothers me, dog, is just like, be honest, right? Just be honest. I would respect that way more than trying to make excuses. Today, he was like, Ben has baseball practice or whatever right after they were done with Fox Sports. And Rich was like, I'm thinking about canceling practice because it's too hot out. And Covino was like, it's 98 degrees. Like, it's hot, but it's not like it's 112. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Rich was like, well, it's too hot. Dog, we all know the reason he wanted to cancel it is because he wanted to watch the World Baseball Classic, which that's cool. But say that. Don't say, and then he was like, Rich was like, well, these kids are like 5 years old. It's too hot for them. Some of them don't even know, like we have to tell them, hey, stop spinning around. You got to come hit the ball or whatever. And Covino's like, well, if they're over there spinning or whatever, maybe they're too young to be playing in general. And Rich is like, no, it just might be too hot. And I was like, dog, we can all see right through it. We can all see right through it. Where you just want to go home, kick it, right, the rest of the evening, watch your game, and whatever. And that's cool. But just say it. Don't say, oh, it's 98 degrees. Because, dog, what is he going to do over the next few days, over the next week, over the next month, over the next 2 months?
It's only going to get worse.
It's
really.
only going to get hotter.
Yeah.
So now they're going to say, wait, you canceled it when it was 98 degrees, but now it's 102 and it's fine. Now he's going to get feedback from the parents that don't want to take their kid because it's not convenient for them that day. Hey, it's 102. And then Rich is going to, what's Rich's defense at that point? Oh, well, the World Baseball Classic isn't on tonight, so you should be here. Like, if he was just up front and being like, hey, you know what? It's St. Patrick's Day 1, right? You may have something going on with your family. It's the World Baseball Classic. You might want to watch that. Hey, they're kids playing baseball. It might be cool for them to stay home and watch it.
Yeah, encourage watching them. You know what I mean?
But to say, oh, it's because it's too hot, I feel like that's only going to encourage more problems in your future than if you were just up front. Because now you're gonna have the parents, like I said, that are like, oh well, now it's 99. We canceled it when it was 98. So I'm like, I just feel like just be honest from the beginning, and then because I'm sure a lot of them don't want to come. The other coaches don't want to come. Everybody is in the same boat. But when you're trying to lie your way out of it, you just look like Devontae from Love Is Blind. Did you watch that Love Is Blind this season or no?
Nah, I don't watch that.
Dog.
I think I heard about it though.
But this dude, dog, is straight up, dog. You gotta watch it. That's all right, Luis. I was in Vegas earlier. Saw the most beautiful stadium ever. What
you mean the big giant Roomba?
Allegiant Stadium,
that's what
right?
I call it, or the big giant toilet.
The toilet.
Danny G's stadium there.
Dog, you know what kind of surprised me?
Man, that's the Raider Stadium.
Dog, I thought Danny G was like maybe between Rich and Covino's age, or maybe about Covino's age. Did you hear the other day?
bro, I've chilled with him. Like we kind of hit it off, and the convention, like we
Yeah.
hang out and we went out and had a little walk and did some grown up things. And then we chopped it up. We had dinner or whatever. And then we started a conversation. He was here not so long ago, and like he was like, "Here, do it for some work. Hey, bro, let's get some lunch or whatever." And like we had lunch and we're chopping it up. And I've always been checking in on me, like, "Hey, bro, how's your dad?" and whatever. And I mean, I have a pretty serious conversation, but I didn't realize he was that old fool when Cavino said that. Like, what the fuck? Are you
Yeah.
serious,
Yeah.
dude?
No.
Like, this was like to be
Cavino
my
said
dad almost and shit.
Cavino said he was in his fifth. That dude's in his
He said it
50s.
was older than him, so he has to be at least
At
50,
least
50,
50,
51.
but he said in his 50s and he just had a kid. So I was like, dog, I did not think like, I don't know, maybe it's because like Cavino and Rich, like Rich especially is closer to like my brother's age. So I pictured Danny G was about that age, maybe a little older, right? Maybe closer to Cavino's age. But I didn't know that dude was in his 50s. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like, I'm like,
crazy.
that's crazy. So, but I
You
mean,
know his background? He used
meaning
to be
what?
a DJ guy at Chi Chi Club. Like he
Oh,
has
for
that
real?
voice. Yeah, he's like, Amber coming up to the stage. That's how
Yeah.
he got into that shit. That's what I told him. Like,
Luis
hey,
to
bro,
the
you have like a.
DJ booth.
I'm like, you have like a stripper. He's like, yeah, how'd you know, bro? Like, I used to do that when growing up. Like, what the fuck? I was, bro, I was fucking.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God, he told me that
Dog,
when he was
there
coming
used
up,
to be this tweaker
like
dude
back in the day.
that worked at the club, one of the local clubs here, and you'd always
54, Keebler said, Jesus.
you'd always see this dude walking around, and you would never think that that was like the voice of that strip club, because dog, he had like do you remember Gallagher the comedian?
Yeah,
So he had like Gallagher hair, like the Dr. Phil on top with the long wavy bushy like sides. And then, dog, then he'd get into the DJ booth and he would be like, Sapphire to the DJ booth, Sapphire. And you would be like, what the? Then he would come out, dog, like all twacked out. And you're like, is that the same dude, dog? But yeah, but it's
I mean, if you
crazy.
think about it, he has that voice when you think about it.
Yeah, now that you think about it, now I think about Danny G, I'm only going to be able to hear like Amber to the DJ booth.
Rich
Amber?
Davis.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Keebler said I think he's 54. That's nuts, dog. I didn't, and it's funny. It's not that like I'm like I guess I never really thought about it. I just thought he was a little older, but about their age, right? I didn't know like this dude was like like 10 years older than Rich, you know?
Especially, I mean, his kid's not that old anymore. I think he's like 3 or 4 now. Because I asked him how his kid was. He sent me a picture, like big ass kid. They were at Disneyland, no shirt, rocking it. But yeah, I didn't realize that either, bro. Did you? Hey, what do you think about Cartoon Spot?
It's funny, dog. I Cartoon Spot. Did somebody ask, or are you just asking?
No, I'm just thinking 'cause I wrote
Oh,
it down because I think it's hilarious.
so Cartoon Spot, dog. I think what made me laugh today was when they're like, "Is he even there?" Because like the little mono wouldn't move, and then he was like, "Oh, Rich, dog." I think what he should do is record some of those voiceovers or whatever, like, and then record it so he can drop them every so often just to add to the funniness. Because I loved it, like, and it makes me laugh because when I think Spot was singing when they were talking about karaoke, and you could just see the little character being like the mouth moving. Dog, it made me laugh so hard. And then whenever it's so funny because you would see like the mouth open, and you could see like he was just like kind of staring off into like the computer or something, and then you would see the little cartoon's mouth close. He'd be like this, and then it would close, and you're like, it's so funny because I've done that even like on Zoom and shit with me, where I'm like, oh shit, this is funny. I've made myself like a dog and shit, and I'm like, you kind of turn and you kind of, and it'll even capture like the blinking of your eyes and shit, so it's really cool.
I
I've
think it
dug
just
it.
adds like another crease to the. It's funny. I don't, I think it's funny. I'm like a gamer guy, so I watch like streamers, and I don't know if you're into that, but there's this huge guy right now. It's been around for a while. His name's the Burnt Peanut. Have you heard or seen him? Anyone out there in the chat? I think there's a couple of gamers. So he's like a peanut, like like a little virtual peanut thing, and that's how he is. And like people have been trying to figure out who he is. There's some people who think who he is. He used to stream without like this setup, whatever, bro. But he's like super famous. He has like 80,000, 100,000 people that watch him every night. I think
Yeah.
I've talked about him before, but he looks very much the same. It reminds me of Spot because just some of the mannerisms that the character has, like when he looks away and looks back, and something he was making fun of Rich the other day, and like just the way he laughs and the way he talks. But today was funny because he even sounded like a fake prompt at the end. He was like,
Yeah.
"Yes, yes." Oh.
It was, I was like, man, I wish they would do not even like a full episode, but I wish they would do like 10 minutes as them as cartoons and put the clips online and just see how they do. Because just Spot alone makes me laugh with him as a cartoon. So, Doug, I think just having, because it would cartoonize like their background as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can you imagine like the Covino and Rich show as like a animated show or something? Like, I think it'd be cool, but they probably won't do it. But I think it'd be cool.
I agree. I mean, the animated series does. I mean, Family Guy, Simpsons, Rick and Morty, all these things do good. Especially like a little clip or a little spoof. You know what I mean? I think that'd be fun. Even NFL, remember they've done the character
The Toy
games with
Story
Monsters
ones.
Inc., Toy Story. I mean, just different audience.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell I did, dog. I clicked something and I can't unclick it. Okay. But yeah, I don't really know what else I have. Let me see. Oh yeah, I wanted to give some shout outs real quick. Paul Padone, wanted to give him a shout out. Jeff Manning, who is always showing us love. You might know him as the e-bike guy on social media. So always showing love, dog. All of those people that are always showing love. I just wanted to thank all the people here live. I'm glad that Keebler can make it today. Lisa, Andrew, Double M, all the regulars. We appreciate you guys being in the chat. And there's a new Overpromised. They usually come out on Thursday, but if you haven't checked out Covino and Rich, you want to check them out, you don't want to pay for Patreon, you can check out Overpromised. They have a new one today with Kelly Stewart is her name, at Kelly in Vegas, if you want to know what she's about. I checked out the episode today, and it made me laugh, dog, because at first I was only listening, right? So they were like, oh, today we have on, Kelly in Vegas. She'll be here in a minute, blah, blah, blah. So I had my AirPods in, and then she started talking. So the first 10 minutes of her talking, I didn't see her, right? And then I opened my phone or my computer or whatever the hell, wherever I was playing it. And I was like, oh shit, this lady's white. I thought she was black. So, Doug, so the first, I don't know, however many minutes of the show, I thought it was Covino and Rich and some black chick that was like a reporter. It was some white chick, Doug, completely, I saw her, I was like, oh, damn, that's who she is? So, if you're into March Madness, they talk a lot of brackets, they talk all that. I was a little bored with the bracket talk, but that's why Covino and Rich brought her in, because she's so passionate about it. So, it was cool. Check that out. There's another Overpromise that to me, it was probably one of the more fun episodes. I had asked on the Covino and Rich forum if there was anything that had stood out to you guys over the last couple of weeks. And one of the things that even Sean Wyman, their agent, had mentioned was the food that they did on Overpromised. One day, since we have the World Baseball Classic, they did Italian food versus Mexican food. So that was a great one. I won't spoil it and tell you who they said won, but I was gonna have us play it or do something similar, but I was like, dog, we're both fucking Mexican. I think we know who won that one in our eyes, right? I was like, I don't know if we could really play that one. It was cool because Spot's like a full-blooded Italian. Covino is half Mexican. Rich is as American as apple pie. So I think it was easier to have a more unbiased, I think, complete argument or conversation. But I don't know. Some of the things they talked about was really cool. So check out that Overpromise as well. If you're not so much into the bracket talk, go back and listen. And then again, leave Covino a little shout on the powerline, SiriusXM.com/powerline. And you might hear yourself, like Luis said, on SiriusXM. And, your friends and family might reach out to you. Hey, I heard you on the radio. I'm like, oh yeah, my boy Steve, Covino, he threw me on there. I know him. So, get some cool points. If you're single and you're trying to get yourself a partner, you can let them know, oh, yeah, you might have heard me, I don't know, like on SiriusXM or whatever. So there's lots of reasons to leave a message for Covino on the power line. Let us know in the chat if there's anything that you want us to touch on before we actually wrap this up. And, oh, shit, what did I do? All right, but anyway, Luis, do you have anything else before we bounce?
Nah, just a couple things. I thought it was funny how the Cavino's pillow story or the sopa de culo because that how nasty that water was from Jordan washed the cloth. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I never think about that. Like, I mean, it's just me in the house, but it's probably dusty and stuff. Like, I don't think I've ever washed my seats on the couch. I mean, I can't because they're not like that, but I can imagine. And then Rich was talking about his kids, how they have, kids over and all kinds of people, how gross that shit is. And I guess until you really see it, you don't really know. And then they started talking about Cavino's like, well, my floor is white, so you can tell when it's nasty. Like, my floor is like, I got tile and it's like beige brown.
Yeah.
So you can't really tell when it's dirty, but so it kind of helps. But then when you do clean it, I do mop, like, cause I got a fucking dog. I'm like, damn, bro, this is fucking nasty. Like, just black and like, I got the dog is clean and shit, but just dusty and just nasty shit
Yeah.
that comes in the house. You never realize it till you actually like wash it and see it. You're like, damn.
So
But I thought,
Cavino took off his couch cushion little
love,
covers or
yeah,
whatever and put them to soak in the bathtub. And for those of you guys that missed it, it looked like gross pee rainwater. It was
yeah, it was nasty.
disgusting. And I was gonna put it in the chat, but I was like, when Rich was like, "Well, we have the kids. There's crumbs and them jumping on," and I was like, "Oh man, there's probably some like Piper fur." Stuck in the,
Yeah,
I was like, maybe he shouldn't soak his dog. Could you imagine him soaking his like cushions or whatever, and then he just sees them like white fur all in the tub? I'm like, oh, that would just be heartbreaking for the whole family. So good thing Rich doesn't wash his couches. So, but
just a couple things more too. I know Double M's a Star Wars fan. We get the Maul series coming out April 6th, so that's just around the corner. 10 episodes on Disney. It's the kind of the definition or the Darth Maul story. So I'm excited about that. We also get the new Euphoria in April, and there's
I'm
a lot of
excited
things
about
coming
that,
out in
dog.
March. Yeah, man.
I loved Euphoria. That show was cool. Fez really died in real life, so yeah, to see how they take that show, I'm excited about. I thought it was a good show. It was a little provocative, so if I would say don't watch it with your mom or your kids. Probably you don't want to have a Brokeback Mountain type of thing happen to you. So just a warning for that. If you haven't watched the first couple of seasons, watch them on your own time without people that might make it a little awkward. But yeah, man, Double M, thank you again for being here live, and everybody. We just really appreciate it. You guys just make this so much more fun. We used to record and it would be, just us talking, not live, but you guys make it so much more fun. So thank you guys again. And yeah, make sure to invite your friends. Tag us in something at AfterShowBL across all social media. Luis, do you have any parting words?
Nah, man. Cheers. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I got the bottom of my. Oh, can't even see it because my green beer here.
It's
But
so green.
but have fun. Be safe out there. Make sure you got green. Don't get pinched. If you guys are going out today, do the right thing and enjoy yourselves. Happy to be here for another week. Excited for next week. We got some more sports stuff and stuff coming at us. We'll have some more information for you guys. But appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me again, Daniel.
For sure. After show, but later, it's your boys D and Luis Cortez Jr. We will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.